Welcome to Fireside and Fairytale. It's lovely to see you. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, also welcome. Today, I'm going to show you where I am with my knitting. And I have a couple of finished garments and two that I'm still working on. Here you can see the selection of wool and silk that I'm working with. I'm also working with Jamieson and Smith 2-ply, 100% wool, 2-ply jumper weight. That's one of my favourites. Sadness yarn, which is a Norwegian yarn, is relatively new to me. And I've really been enjoying using it and would certainly use it again. I chose for my fairy Dell jumper, which you can see on the left there, a mixture of the yarn, Sunday, and also the Tyne silk mohair. And I've been really pleased with the result. I've chosen what I would call a beige colour. It's really neutral. It's not a colour I normally wear, so I shall look forward to wearing this beige. It'll be useful with various colours of skirts. I've liked the texture of the two yarns together, liked knitting, and also will enjoy wearing. So the jumper, which I've called Fairy Dell, is a very straightforward one. It's a raglan. I used a straightforward rib on the cuffs. And on the hem. And then I added two separate types of lace to add interest to the foot of the jumper. It knit up very quickly because the rest was just in stocking stitch. And it's good to have on your pins perhaps a more complicated lace garment and then a very straightforward stocking stitch one. So my neckline here is really rather loose and I may have to just tighten it up slightly. We'll see how it goes with wear. It was quite a floppy neck. And I used DPN on the sleeves, and you can see just the marks where the ends of the needles came. I did not use circular needles on this jumper. Because I'm quite a slow knitter, I prefer to knit the separate sections, the front, the back, and the sleeves, so that I have a feeling of finishing a section. This other jumper which I finished is I'm calling Pretty Neckline, and this has been a real new venture for me in that I've never done a circular yoke before, and I also wanted to add lace to that yoke. Again, I put a little lace hem there, just yarn over and knit two together to give it a bit of interest at the hem. This is St. Jamieson and Smith 2-ply jumper weight, one of my favourite wools. It knits beautifully and it wears brilliantly and washes very well. Again, I made the body on separate needles, single pointed, the back and the front, and the sleeves were done on single pointed needles. So there are a number of seams on this garment. I'm very, very happy with the way it's turned out, though it was wondering as I went along how I was going to finish it. So the yoke was done from the top down, and I devised my own lace pattern and just took my toe. It did take quite some time. And then the body, the rest of the body, I knitted from the bottom up. And I was wondering how I was going to join up the two, but in fact it worked very well. I just brought them together and then made a little picot edging right round all of the yoke, which was the front, the back, and also the sleeves. And it has actually worked out very well. I wanted it to look like an Edwardian blouse, and I think I've achieved that effect. But as I say, I was not knowing if it would work until I'd actually finished it. I put the picot edging right round the entire jumper, right round the back as well, and the back of the sleeves. Now I'm working on a cardigan that I'm calling Angel Wings, and I'm using Rowan baby merino silk for this, and a lace pattern called Angel Wings, and I'm calling this garment Angel Wings as a result. This is the sleeve I've been working on, and with a lace pattern towards the seams, if there's to be an increase, I simply do stocking stitch. It's a very, very pretty design. I'm really, really happy with it. This is the front right, which I've completed and put on a stitch holder. And this will be a lighter summer garment for me. And you can see here my journal. There's the lace pattern written out, and also my design, my measurements. Now my Easter basket patchwork cover, I have another video on how to make that if you want to refer to it. And here is my Daffodil Cardigan, that is another top-down cardigan that I'm working on. And I'm using Lopi Einband Icelandic wool. And it's quite rough to work with, but I washed my sample and it does come up really beautifully soft. And I've been thoroughly enjoying knitting this very strong green colour. I find it's actually very refreshing as a colour. It wouldn't be a colour I would wear, but this is knitted as a gift, a birthday present for someone who will definitely use it and suit it. And here we are with the daffodil cardigan. And here's my journal with all of my notes. I write virtually everything down so I don't forget anything. I've added my own ruffle hem at the top neckline, and then put in my own little lace, 4 windows of lace at the top to give it some interest. Working on a long circular needle. I've actually finished one sleeve. And as it's more of a summer cardigan, I've made the wrist really quite loose at the end, at the cuff. Here's the other, where the other sleeve will go. Those stitches at the moment are on a stitch holder. And it is knitting up very quickly. I'm calculating 6 rows a day, which doesn't take very long, in order for it to be finished as a gift. And there's the rather loose cuff on it, just as a summer cardigan. I'm using Knit Pro Zing. I've a circular needle. I'm really enjoying using them. I'm finding that they speed up my knitting. And I'm using a circular needle on the sleeves as well, rather than DPNs. And that's working out very well as well. This is 25 centimeters. So this should be knitted up pretty quickly now and finished, and then wrapped up ready as a gift, as a birthday present. As I say, I love the colour of green. Just love this shade to knit with. So there I am, just wrapping it all up and putting it all back into my basket so that it will stay safe. I don't want Casper, my cat, to think he can play with it. And I find storing different projects very wise. Otherwise, I would just lose track of all the many different things that I get up to. So books, what do I use? Well, as I said, my journal is very important. It says 2023 there, but in fact it's lasted now into 2024. And I'm just noting down as much as I possibly can for each garment. The yarn, quantities, needle sizes, gauges. I've been learning how to knit and to structure, and this has been invaluable. It's Anne Budd's book of sweater patterns, and just refer to it. This has actually enabled me to design my own garments. It's a little bit to get your head round to begin with, but if you do buy it, don't be put off, persevere, and take your time, and you'll manage it fine. There are drop shoulder, modified drop, set-in sleeves, saddle shoulder, raglan, and circular. They're maybe not particularly in the photographs your taste, but they are basic templates which you can devise to make your own. She has personal touches as well, and just everything. Oh, and also the dimensions. I'm finding this very useful as well, just to get the right size. And the fits are very, very good. I'm finding the results are excellent. I use her yarn requirements chart as well. That's very, very useful. I'm finding initially I was buying too much wool or yarn, but now this is again very accurate and is saving me money, because I'm not buying too much and having extra balls, wondering what to make with them. So I recommend this as well. Now the other book I'm using a great deal. I actually got in a second-hand shop for £2, I think, and I use it all the time. I love it. It's beautifully laid out. It has everything you could possibly want, starting with your literally how to knit, and it has beautiful photographs. It's just a real joy to be using. It's very, very well laid out. So as I say, it gives basic instructions and very, very clear photographs. There are abbreviations and then a lovely photograph for each of the designs, starting from the very beginning with stocking stitch and garter stitch, working up through cables, which I haven't done yet. That's the next thing for me to go with, I think. Then a lovely variety of lace stitching, and then colour knitting, and all sorts of edgings, which again I've been using a great deal. Now my fairy Dell jumper, I used the cherry basket design in the hem, and the angel wings is here, the angel wings for my angel wings cardigan. So that's me caught up with knitting. It's lovely to see you. If you liked and inspired, please like, share. Would welcome your comments, would welcome subscribing, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for looking in on Fireside and Fairy Tale Knits. Till next time, bye-bye.